Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel for another process video. I'm super excited because my good friend Heather invited me to her Christmas in July series, where every day you're going to get a Christmas inspiration layout from many talented ladies. So definitely check out the description box below so that way you don't miss out on anything. So I decided to have mine uploaded for you guys on Sunday. Just easier because my husband works Saturdays and I could scrap all day, well, most of the day while he's at work, and have it ready for you guys on Sunday. All right, so here's the photo I'm going to be using of my daughter and her best friend with this photo op of this old rustic truck. And it's actually was located at a pop-up store that opens up, actually it's a cottage that is always has something, but in November they get it all set up for just Christmas, and it is jam-packed with stuff. In fact, they only allow 20 people at a time because it can be very hard to move around if it gets too crowded. And so I took this cute photo of my daughter and her best friend, and I knew I wanted to use the layout that my girlfriend, or the sketch that my girlfriend Amy used for her Christmas layout. And so I don't know who made it. I don't know where she got it from. I couldn't even tell you where to go to it, except for maybe look at her link below and check out her channel. But I watched her video, I looked at the sketch once, and that's it. So I'm just kind of going off by memory. And so I knew I had to have at least a third of some paper cut, and then the rest, you know, be the rest of the 12 by 12. And so I found this Blitzen collection by Basic Ray that went perfectly with the photo. It actually is so beautiful, and I'm super excited to be using it. And I know that Amy used some ribbon, and I went through my stash. I still have all of my ribbon that was from SEI, and I found the perfect shade of red. So beautiful. And I just work at ribbon just like washi tape, covering up like a seam of a border. Except for I feel that with ribbon you can do a little bit more, as far as you can kind of I want to say maneuver, but that's not the word, manipulate the ribbon in any way that you would like. So I could have literally had it kind of tucked in where it was kind of like a ruffles going across, but I didn't this time around. Like I said, I kind of used it just like straight washi tape. And I'm going to go ahead and use my ATG gun to adhere it. Now you do see a couple letters in that pattern paper. It actually says the word "it's" kind of cut out from that pattern paper, and that was actually from my Silhouette Cameo. It was a cut file that's kind of shaped as a tree, and it says it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, because this photo was actually taken in November to kind of get you prepared for Christmas for all your decorations at that store. And so I thought it would be perfect, but when I took out the very first word, or cut out the very first word, I realized that when I put it up against the paper, the letters got lost and you really couldn't read what it was saying. And if I couldn't read it from, you know, seeing it in real life, I knew that it would be even harder on camera. So I decided to scratch that, but you know me, I don't like to waste any kind of paper. So I thought, you know what, that's an easy fix. I'm going to put my photo over it. Well, I realized, wait a minute, that's actually not where I want to position my photo. Everything's already glued down, especially on a scratch piece of 12 by 12 paper that I didn't care for to support those two papers. And so that way I wasn't wasting any of the distress paper. And I thought, what can I do? And I thought, you know what, just like a puzzle, I'm going to kind of put it back together again. So that's what I did. I literally took some tacky glue and I glue all of it down. And I have to say, I don't think my girlfriend, when she sees this, is even going to realize that there is a word cut out, because you just can't see it. So I basically put some glue down, and then what I did is I put the letter, and then I kind of used my finger to kind of push it against the edges so that way it fit right in like a puzzle. And like I said, you cannot see that it was there. All right, so I know that I actually want to have the photo kind of more into the center, because I'm going to put a lot of things. Now this is where I kind of dug into my stash. I saved a lot of time by turning off the film, because I didn't want you to have to see me grab stuff. I literally have 15 pizza boxes full of Christmas paper, and so I didn't want you to have to see me hem and haw trying to find the perfect items, because remember, Basic Ray at this time didn't have any ephemera. So what I did was, they did have tags that were included in their collection, so I made sure I used a tag. I grabbed the largest doily that I had. I don't even know what the size is on it, but I wanted to definitely have a doily, which I'm starting to become obsessed with, like, on my layouts. And then I just recently, with a gift card from the teacher that I work with, she gave me a gift card at the end of the year, and I have been saving it for, like, okay, when I really, really want something. Well, I wanted, after I got done seeing Flora make her own frames with the We Are Memories frame punch board, I went and immediately bought it because it's a tool that can definitely, I don't have to buy frames anymore. I can make my own using pattern paper, and that's kind of like where I'm at right now, where I want a lot of tools that constantly can give me different ideas and work with the papers that I have versus having to go buy actual frames that are already pre-made for, you know, $5. So I love it so far. I definitely will try to do a review on it. I'm still kind of learning it, so that's why I haven't done a review just quite yet. But I did go through and I found some pink paisley, one of their Christmas collections. Gosh, now I wish I would have known, but it's one of their Christmas collections from quite a few years ago. It might be Yuletide, I can't remember. But I found some acetate pieces, which I'm like loving that I'm using some acetate pieces. And I picked out a Santa as well, just very few minimal Christmas ephemera. Now with the stars, they were half clear acetate and the other half was with gold foiling. So it was an easy fix for me to kind of tuck that in and glue it down because you're not going to see half of the star anyways. So that's how I adhered it. I definitely don't think I used a staple, did I? Nope, I sure didn't. So that's what I used, and because like I said, you're not going to see the glue. All right, so now I'm just kind of layering it all back up, and I like how I have the doily, the frame, tag, lots of layers going on. I've got the stars. I did find 3 in the actual layout, or not in the layout, in the 3 stars in the package. Sorry, I got a little distracted here because something is falling off the page, and it's that little tiny star that is kind of crinkled, and you'll see that here in a minute. I'll put the 3rd star down. I did think about using that Jingle acetate piece. I thought about placing it up at the top, and it says Jingle All the Way, and then I thought about placing it at the bottom, but you're going to see how I'm going to adhere that. Now, I found a long time ago that whenever you have acetate, the best way, oh, you know what, I didn't glue that down. Guys, I'm so sorry. And I just did this layout last night. I didn't use my tacky glue. I used my Xyron because I found a long time ago when I worked on my daughter's album, I had used an acetate piece that if I run it through my Xyron, then you can't see the glue. And that Xyron stuff, I never had a problem of anything falling off of it. It's pretty strong. So that's what I used, not my tacky glue. I thought about using the Jingle All the Way, and this is the reason actually why I did not use it. You see that big piece of Xyron? Well, it wouldn't have fit through my X machine, and then the next step up from that Xyron is the one that you just saw, and it's really old. I had it for 19 years. So it's probably like one of the first models, but I believe it's called a 510. Yeah, it is a 510. And if I would have used that piece, I would have wasted a ton of the Xyron glue. And I did not want to do that. That stuff can be pretty pricey when you go to refill it. I definitely advise to use a coupon, but I did not want to waste it. So that's where that decision was made for me of not using that acetate piece. So I go back into my stash off camera because, like I said, I don't want you to have to sit here. I mean, it'd be pretty boring to watch me hem and haw. And that's where I found my Simple Stories sticker sheet. I don't know the name of the collection, I'm sorry guys, but if you definitely want to know, it's an older one, it's from a few years back, but the colors went perfectly with Blitzen, and it's like 11 or 12 year gap between the collections, which was pretty awesome that the colors are being kind of, not refurbished, but kind of recycling itself with that color combination. And so I just picked some phrases, and I thought, you know what, because again, I'm not going to be journaling, I'm just going to have a whole bunch of phrases going down the photo. So one says Happy Holidays, Believe, Be Jolly, or no, Be Holly and Jolly. Gosh, I don't have my glasses on. That's pretty bad. Okay, peace on earth, merry, 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 and 'tis the season. And I'm going to have that going all the way down, kind of making sure I get all of those colors, you know, repeating itself. And then I am going to go back and grab one of my stamp inks off camera, and I'm going to put the date, which was November 15th or November 5th of 2017. And that's it. I have to say, I absolutely love, 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 love how this turned out. It is so pretty, and just all the papers went together with that photo beautifully, and I love when that happens. All right, everyone, so thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to check out the other lovely ladies, and if you're new to my channel, I would hope that you consider subscribing. I would love to have you over here, and you all have an amazing day. Bye.